Alright, let's talk to the dog. Wow, that dead sheep smells pretty great. I mean, wow! But it's nothing compared to Jake. Seems like some mutt is marking my territory. Tell me about yourself, boy. About your master's death. If I ever find out who killed Jake, the most awesome Jake who ever jaked, I'll bark so much, seriously so much you have no idea. Well, come now, you can help us sniff out the guilty party. Join you? No way. I mean, you smell pretty great. Even better than the dumpster behind the butcher's house, but this town is full of scary stuff like body snatchers and bathtubs. Without my best friend, the most awesome Jake ever, here to protect me, I'd rather stay far away. Just bring those smelly items to me here. Well, tell me about yourself. You know who I miss? Jake. Sometimes he'd just sit there being awesome, and I'd give him this look like, you smell great. And he'd give me this look like, you do too, Murphy. And he was my best friend. I came here so I could smell Jake again. He smelled great. But whatever's buried there doesn't smell like Jake at all. No, it's definitely not Jake. He was awesome. Alright, gotta go now, boy. Okay. We still don't have everybody completely healed up yet. And why are we playing Duck, Duck, Goose?
Rest in peace, darling.
Alright, calm down, everybody. And, I don't know, I would say we go back to the morgue and say, why in the world did you bury a dead sheep? So, one more healing and I think we'll get everybody all fixed. Yeah, let's head down this way. I think this was the morgue over here. Nope. That's the King Crab Inn. Wrong way. Morgue must have been up this way. Here we go. Here they come. And we'll head upstairs again. I don't know why my cleric's got his weapons drawn like this. He's got his shield up and his sword out for some reason. Well, let's see what this guy says.
Greetings!
Stand down with that weapon or I'll lodge a formal complaint with the Council of Seven. It was hardly my intention to disturb you. I'll sheath my weapon. Oh, no hard feelings. It's just that I much prefer to face a fellow without the threat of losing my head.
Back again?
So, what's the bad news? More orcs? About Jake's body. A sheep? That's a whole heap of nonsense. Don't bother me with such wild tales. I tell you what, you tell me the truth about that sheep and I won't bother burying you alongside it. I've heard you're a good man. Now here's your chance to help out your community. Come clean and whoever's responsible for taking the body could be brought to justice. Let's try that. Let's look down here just in case. Look, it's clear that I'm only a few steps away from solving this. If you don't tell me the truth, I'll simply find it another way. Let's try the charm. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're at a disadvantage here, aren't we? Alright, we gotta go with scissors. Everybody knows scissors are the best, right? Alright, we're off to a good start. Let's stay with what works, right? Yeah. Now let's mix it up here, and we'll go with paper, just to surprise him. There we go. Our rock, paper, scissors skills are legendary. Let's go back to scissors, throw him off. Oh no! He comes back. Oh, he got 3. Let's put a rock in his face. Oh no! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Paper. No! You treacherous demon. Go back to the scissors. Scissors will save us. And scissors will surely save us. Yes! I suppose you're right. A corpse is one thing, but I couldn't stand to have the disappearance of a living soul on my conscience. Come, I'll tell you the whole story. I buried that blasted sheep, but I swear on my lucky left foot I had nothing to do with that body disappearing. One minute it was on my slab, you see. I left the room just for a moment to answer the bell in the front parlor, and when I returned, the body was simply gone. In its place was a sack containing more gold coins than I could even count. The message was clear: silence is golden. My business has been declining right alongside the rest of our blighted city, and that sack of gold was worth more than I made during one of the good years. I needed cash, and someone needed my silence. I knew I had to bury something or risk being found out, so that night I stole into the market and made off with Bersha's fattest sheep. It was a bloody waste to stick so much fine meat into the ground to rot, but it had to be done. The next day, the pallbearers retrieved Jake's coffin, sealed to hide the body's terrible wounds, none the wiser that within the casket lay nothing more venerable than a slaughtered beast. Now, you can imagine I've spent more than my share of restless nights wondering who could have wanted that cadaver and for what purpose. I'm not an inch closer to imagining the why, but I've got a few inklings as to the who. Near as I can reckon, there are only 4 people who could have been involved: the mayor, the captain, Thelrion's apprentice, and Esmeralda. Okay, well, let's ask them one at a time here. Why do you suspect the mayor? Plenty of us shopkeepers entrust the mayor with the spare keys to our business, and he's the only person in town with a second copy. Why the captain? Well, he himself paid me a visit that night the body was delivered. He came a-rapping at my door in the frosty morning before the sun had even started peeping, and told me to tell him, and only him, if I noticed anything strange or suspicious about the remains. Can't see why he'd bother to go through the trouble unless he knew something the rest of us don't. Evelyn. I know it sounds strange, suspecting the doctor's apprentice of something so ghoulish, but there's a few in the city who could manage to transport a corpse without raising eyebrows. It was she who delivered Jake's body from the inn to the mortuary, and there was something about her that night. Some kind of excitement, that's weird. Seemed she could barely contain her thoughts, and there was something thrilling about to happen. I can't quite settle it in my mind how a young medical professional would have such a strange reaction to an occasion such as that. This may or may not have anything to do with the whole rigmarole, but Her master, the doctor, brought an old shack of mine, one overtaken by undead, for an exorbitant price considering what he was getting. I never did figure what he wanted it for, but he sure seemed eager. That sounds really suspicious. Alright, what about Esmeralda? I never saw the widow unless distraught. I never saw a widow less distraught at the death of her husband, and I've seen hundreds pass through my parlor. It was she who rang my bell just before the body was snatched. She lured me outside claiming she needed air before discussing the funeral arrangements. Some accomplice could have sneaked in and grabbed the remains while I was comforting the also overcome Esmeralda. Alright, about the bag you received to, stay quiet. That gold's the only thing to come from this blasted affair, and I certainly plan on making some use of it. Come now, you're a good man, the pillar of the community. Hand over this bloody money before it stains your reputation and your conscience. Surely the woman whose sheep you stole deserves the money. Let's try that. Here we go again. Let's go with the scissors one more time, and we're off to a bad start. He's on to us. He knows our secrets. We gotta mix it up. I got a bad feeling about this one. Paper? Ooh, we're just losing all the way around. We are taking a flogging this time. And that's it. We are out of the game. Not even a single dot. Pillar of community. Ha! This city doesn't know my name. And the other half regards me as the spirit of death itself. I'll keep my reward.
Then stay gone!
Very well. Okay, well, we learned a little bit. We will end this video here, and this is much more roleplay than I ever expected in this game. I thought it would be more of a dungeon crawler hack and slash kind of thing, but anyway, I'm enjoying it, and I hope you are too. I will catch you later for some more gaming fun. Thanks, everybody.